At NPT Homes, promoting equality and diversity through our E&D Champions Group is important to us. The group aim is to create a ripple effect across the organisation. Why? Because big improvements can come from making just small change. So, who is on the group? Well, we have a range of staff from across the organisation, which includes tenants and board members. What have the group members learned and what difference has this made? The group have undergone training to understand equality and diversity legislation. This may be through equality and diversity awareness training, coaching skills, seminar events that we may hold, equality impact assessments, and other types of training. For example, Linda, who is our members coordinator at NPT Homes, recently attended awareness training regarding sight loss. This replicated some of the eye conditions people can be affected with. We've built confidence across the group so they can give you quality and diversity advice.
As the Equality and Diversity representative here at NPT Homes, my role is to provide advice to staff to help them with any E&D issues they have. A lot of people find E&D is not quite an easy subject to understand, so part of my job is to make sure that I provide the advice that is suitable and in an easy format for staff to understand. So it can be many varied requests, basically anything relating to E&D, pop along and see me and hopefully I'll be able to help.
Being part of the group is a team effort, and this also extends across the organisation where decisions are needed. For example, Rosalind is the council nominee that sits on our board. Ros, a passionate Welsh speaker, helped our board approve NPT Homes' response to the consultation regarding the new Welsh language standards. Diane, Ros. Another part of the group's work is to challenge discrimination. Here's Patrice to say more.
Since I've been doing the work with the Equalities and Diversity Group, I found that the work that Colin has done with us has given me more confidence to challenge people with what they've said. I find it a lot easier to say to people, look, maybe there are better ways to word it, or have you thought about how somebody else feels? Especially with a disability myself, I find sometimes it was very difficult to tell people, and they just had this perception of me but didn't actually consider how you felt. And it's the same that affects tenants, applicants, friends, colleagues and family.
Being a champion helps promote the impact of the group across the organisation. Here's Lisa to explain how, as a group member, she's worked to improve the gender balance and age profile of the board.
We launched a Come On Board programme which involved us going out to local businesses, speaking to employers and people who were on their breaks, in their lunchtime and so on, attending various events as well, and spoke to them about whether they would like to get involved on the board. So most recently we had 4 tenant board member vacancies, and as a result of the work we now have a 50-50 split male-female of those that were elected onto the board, and there's also a younger cohort within those 4 as well. So as I said, improving the age diversity. So great result.
Here, Anthony gives a few examples on how he has acted as a role model for inclusive tenant involvement.
We could find a way of, if somebody had a hearing or visually impaired, there'd be a way that we could work around that and provide material. The aim of the group itself is to allow a better inclusion.
Group members undergo training to build confidence to challenge the norm. Community Housing Officer Simon makes a good point about making those small actions to make a difference. Recently he contacted tenants on his patch who have not been in contact with NPT Homes. Why? To see if there's anything we could help with. So, what else has been happening over the past 18 months? Well, the champions of the group encourage staff to get involved and show their support for UK Housing Fast to raise awareness for food poverty. This was to support 6 local food banks. Over 500 items were donated to support the food banks. In July, we raised over £140 for these local food banks. 25 members of staff took part, including our Chief Executive. During Age Positive Week, NPT Homes employees and sheltered residents decluttered to do their bit. Age Cymru made lots of trips to distribute across the stores. NPT Homes is an organisation of many faces and abilities. This is also true of the customers we provide services for. So how can our champions help you in the work that you do? Simple. We can offer support and advice. We can help you identify what effect your services have on people in respect of disability, gender, racial equality and wider equality areas. So get in touch. You like to make little changes for big impacts by being part of the group? Could you be a champion? It's a small commitment and the group meet around once every quarter. Your time commitment will be about 2 to 4 hours per month. That's all we ask. At NPT Homes, equality and diversity affects you as a member of staff and the services for our tenants. Need to know more? Want advice on E&D or perhaps want to get involved? Then please get in touch.